The most common question I get starts with these three words: can I have? 9 times out of 10, the question is about a snack, and the underlying question is, can I lose weight and still eat fill in the blank? We live in a world where snacks are available everywhere, so it is understandable to wonder which snacks are okay when weight loss becomes a focus. However, even the healthiest snack can undermine your weight loss progress. This video explains why and shares how tweaking your eating patterns so that you are eating more at mealtimes and snacking less can give you the weight loss edge you're looking for. The scientific literature has not been able to come to a clear correlation between meal frequency and weight loss. In other words, we cannot conclusively say that when calories are controlled, eating 3 small meals with snacks in between is better or worse for weight loss than eating, say, twice in one day. So, what is the point of even considering giving up snacking if the literature says that the weight loss results are a coin flip? Well, real life is not calorie controlled. So there are 4 good reasons to limit snacking. Number 1, eating makes you want to keep eating. Number 2, the foods you choose to eat make a big difference in blood sugar and insulin response. 3, there's a lot of value to giving your body rest from the demands of digestion. And number 4, there's less temptation and less need for willpower when snacking is a low priority. Let's look at each of these factors, discuss how they can help you lose weight, and we'll end with a 1-week challenge that will motivate you to give this a try. There are many things that stimulate your appetite. The simple act of eating is one of them. In other words, eating makes you want to keep eating, making it easy to turn a small snack into a large one filled with unneeded calories. Now, if you follow me, you've likely heard me say that none is easier than some, and we can apply that principle here. The easiest way to avoid unneeded calories is to eat no snacks because some stimulates your appetite. Of course, to do that, you need to eat more at meal times so you have enough fuel to make it to your next meal. So think of mealtime as filling up your gas tank. When you have a full tank of gas, you don't have to go back to the gas station for quite a while. Likewise, when your stomach is full, you don't need to eat again until your next meal. Of course, sometimes you can be physically full, but still desire a snack. When this happens, I bypass the calories using today's sponsor, Element. Element is an electrolyte supplement that tastes great and allows me to replenish electrolytes that my body naturally loses throughout the day. Electrolytes are essential minerals like magnesium, potassium, and sodium that your body needs in order for you to stay hydrated and for your muscles and nerves to function properly. Symptoms of low electrolytes include headaches, fatigue, muscle cramps, and cravings. And when you do things that keep your insulin levels low, like eating a low-carb diet, practicing intermittent fasting, or doing things that cause you to sweat, like exercising in a warm environment, the loss of electrolytes is accelerated. Every day, I use Element to replenish electrolytes. In fact, I look forward to it and use it to my advantage to avoid snacking. It comes in individual sticks. You can pour a stick into a water bottle and sip it throughout the day if you'd like. What I like to do is use it as a snack replacement. This serves 2 purposes at once because I'm giving my body the electrolytes it needs and satisfying the desire to snack without the calories. I slowly mix a quarter of a packet into a glass of bubbly water like seltzer and sip it between meals. I also like to use Element as a stopper, helping me stop eating after a meal because it tastes so good and it takes a long time to drink. Using it as a post-meal electrolyte drink makes it easy to move away from eating without giving in to dessert. If you'd like to try Element, you can get a free sample pack with any purchase by going to drinklmnt.com/Dr. Becky. That allows you to try 8 of their flavors. My favorite is citrus, but all of them are great. And I'll provide a link to this offer in the description area below this video. Now we're talking about filling up at mealtime to avoid the need to snack. It's good to understand that filling up is not simply reaching a calorie level. The foods you choose to eat make a big difference in your blood sugar and insulin response, and that makes a big difference in how hungry you feel between meals and how your body stores fat. What you want to shoot for is a stable blood sugar level throughout the day that gently rises and falls following a meal. The best food choices for blood sugar stability are those that contain fat and protein. These include animal products like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and full-fat dairy foods like cheese. When choosing plant-based foods, starch, sugar, and fiber content are 3 factors that impact your blood sugar response. For the most stability, you want to choose non-starchy vegetables and low-sugar fruits and make sure they are whole foods. When plant foods are refined, turning them into cereal, crackers, and processed veggie chips, the first thing that is stripped away is fiber. With no fiber to slow digestion, your blood sugar and insulin spike, driving hunger and fat storage. Low starch and low sugar plant foods naturally fit into a low carb diet and include things like salad greens, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, avocados, and berries. Raw nuts and seeds are also great add-ins for meals, adding hunger-satisfying protein and fat and a satisfying crunchy texture. If you'd like a full list of foods that stabilize blood sugar, you can download my list of low-carb foods using the link in the video description. To give you an example of how to fill up on blood sugar stabilizing foods throughout the day, start your day with a hearty omelet. Have a large salad at lunch topped with chicken, and have a meat or fish entree with cooked vegetables for dinner. In between, you avoid eating, giving your system some well-deserved rest. So a benefit of eating only at meal times is that it creates fasting periods that give your body rest from the demanding job of digesting food. This frees up resources that your body can use for cleanup and repair. This is possible because when you have food in your stomach, many resources get diverted to the digestive tract to deal with the nutrients. Digestion is an energy-demanding process. When you fast, those resources are freed up, allowing important tissue repairs to take place that lower your risk of certain diseases, boost your brain function, delay aging, and aid weight loss. Another reason to make the shift to eating more at meals and avoiding snacks is that it removes temptation. When you decide that you will not snack, you stop entertaining possible snack ideas such as, I wonder if I could have a few thin crackers with my cheese, and you avoid sabotaging thoughts like, a couple of small chocolates can't hurt. Part of controlling temptation is not allowing your brain to go there. When you intentionally give up snacking, it stops stray thoughts from gathering energy, you save your sanity, and you avoid the need to rely on willpower. So by eating more at meals and snacking less, you gain control over your appetite, blood sugar, and insulin levels, while at the same time, give your digestive system a rest and rein in temptation. But at this point, it's only theory. I want you to see how well this can work in your life by presenting you with a 1-week no snacking challenge. The goal and rules are simple. For 1 week, you will fill up at mealtimes and avoid snacking between meals. You can choose to eat 2 or 3 meals per day. Eat whole foods as much as possible, avoiding boxed and fast food meals. And keep it simple. Think eggs in the morning, a big salad at lunch, and protein with non-starchy vegetables at dinner. That pattern gives you the fat, protein, fiber, and nutrients your body needs to slow digestion and control hunger. Calorie needs vary from person to person, and a big part of finding your calorie range is discovered through experimentation. So use this week to learn what your body needs. Remember, this is a challenge, so perfection is not expected. You will have times when you underfeed yourself, making the wait until your next meal challenging. Whether you give in and snack or push through, you did great because you learned by doing. There's no substitution for that knowledge. Okay, there it is. Just 1 week. You get 52 of them this year. If you're like me and over 50, you've already had more than 2,600 of them. I'm just asking for one. If you blow it on day 3 and have a snack, don't give up on the day. Stop yourself. Get right back on track with your next meal. Thanks again to Element for supporting my channel. If you'd like to try Element, you can get a free sample pack with any purchase by going to drinklmnt.com/Dr. Becky. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.